The day began like any other, with sunlight spilling over oceans and cities humming with life. But high above the clouds, in the silent void of space, 10 alien missiles tore through the atmosphere like streaks of fiery judgment. Humanity didn't see them coming until the first streak scorched the sky, a harbinger of the destruction that was meant to follow. Panic spread faster than any wildfire. Governments issued emergency alerts. Children were pulled from schools. Office workers bolted from skyscrapers, and families huddled in basements. It seemed as if the world had been thrown into a collective nightmare. Yet, even as the first explosions detonated in distant cities, the human spirit refused to break. For decades, humanity had known the possibility of interstellar threats. Deep beneath the surface of continents, in hidden bunkers and orbital stations, scientists, engineers, and visionaries had labored in silence on Project Aegis. No one had spoken of it publicly. There had been no parades or announcements. It was a secret forged in patience and foresight, a promise that if the day of reckoning came, Earth would not kneel. And now, as flames painted the horizon in brilliant oranges and reds, the time had come to fulfill that promise. In New Geneva, the world's first global command center activated with mechanical precision. Holographic displays flickered to life, showing incoming threats, orbital positions, and defensive networks that had been in development for generations. The director, an aging man named Elias Hartman, spoke into the comms, his voice steady despite the chaos. "Initiate Aegis Protocol. Humanity stands as one. No mercy, no hesitation." From underground factories and orbital shipyards, Earth's hidden fleet began to stir. Massive dreadnoughts, bristling with plasma cannons and guided by artificial intelligences of unparalleled sophistication, rose from the shadows. Smaller, stealth-capable strike vessels detached from secret docks and raced into orbit, their hulls coated with adaptive materials capable of evading alien sensors. The humans had anticipated this day. They had prepared for war in silence, honing technologies that the alien empire considered impossible. And then, humanity struck back. The first wave of human counterattacks erupted in the void. Swarms of autonomous drones, no larger than birds, darted through the blackness, finding and dismantling alien missiles with pinpoint accuracy. Laser turrets on orbital platforms focused their energy on alien warships, slicing through armor with surgical precision. The aliens had expected a swift victory, an Earth crushed under fire, but instead they were greeted by organized, relentless resistance. On the surface, people watched the skies not with fear, but with awe. Nations that had once argued over borders now saw a singular truth: survival demanded unity. Children craned their necks to see the sky streak with light, unaware that each flash was a warning that humanity would not bow. News feeds, social media, and broadcast stations shared the same images. Flashes of light in orbit, alien ships disintegrating in clouds of molten metal, and the steady rise of human dreadnoughts, each a symbol of Earth's wrath. By nightfall, the alien attackers were already reeling. The strikes had been precise, but humanity was not satisfied with defense alone. Earth's fleets, coordinated with near-perfect efficiency, moved to intercept the alien armadas. Ships faster than thought possible darted through asteroid belts, using gravitational slingshots to outmaneuver the enemy. Tactical AI calculated billions of potential trajectories in seconds, directing every human vessel to strike where the aliens were weakest. Every missed strike from the enemy became a trap, every maneuver a step closer to annihilation. The skies over the alien staging worlds lit up as humanity's retaliation reached them. Cities that had sent missiles toward Earth now faced fires and destruction of unprecedented magnitude. In orbit, human ships unleashed quantum torpedoes, small in appearance, but capable of erasing entire fleets in a single detonation. Planetary shields, once thought unbreakable, buckled under coordinated strikes, and the alien commanders realized that Earth had not only survived, they were learning, adapting, and evolving in real time. And then came the moment that would be remembered for centuries. From hidden bases across the globe, humanity activated the Titan Protocol, a network of orbital dreadnoughts armed with relativistic kinetic weapons and energy projectors. Each beam, cutting across space faster than light, struck alien vessels with surgical perfection. Alien warships that had once scorned Earth's defenses now crumbled like paper under a storm. Communications within the alien fleets broke down as panic spread from ship to ship. Humanity had unleashed not just power, but precision, strategy, and a fury that no machine could fully comprehend. As the battle raged, humanity's leaders broadcast a single message across the galactic spectrum. You underestimated us. You thought we were weak. You thought we would kneel. You were wrong. Earth fights as one, and we will not stop until our world is safe. It was not just a warning. It was a declaration. By the end of the day, 10 alien missiles had triggered a response that would forever change the galaxy. For every strike aimed at Earth, 10 alien worlds had felt the force of human vengeance. The galaxy, which had once regarded Earth as insignificant, now trembled at the idea of what humanity could achieve when united. And for the people of Earth, the message was clear. They had survived the storm, and they had roared back with a strength that could not be contained, a wrath that could not be ignored, and a unity that would define the centuries to come. The fires in the sky slowly dimmed. The cities, scarred but unbroken, began to rise again. Humanity had faced the edge of annihilation, and in doing so, had revealed a truth that would echo through the stars. Never underestimate a species fighting for survival, and never provoke. A world that has learned to unleash its final wrath. And so, as the alien remnants fled into the void, Earth's people looked up at the stars not in fear, but with defiance. For the first time in history, the world understood that their fate was no longer in the hands of others. They were the storm now. They were the wrath. And the galaxy would remember the day Earth roared back. The morning had begun like any other, but the skies over Earth soon turned into a canvas of fire and despair. 10 alien missiles, black as obsidian and streaking like comets, descended upon the planet with precision that left no doubt. They were not mistakes. They were a deliberate act of betrayal. Earth's cities flared in bright, terrifying eruptions, sending shockwaves through the continents. Millions ran, screaming, praying, desperate to find shelter from destruction that seemed inevitable. Humanity watched as their world became the stage for alien cruelty. But even as the first blasts shook the ground and shattered lives, humans did not despair. There had always been whispers of preparation, rumors of a defense that would only be revealed when the end seemed unavoidable. Deep beneath the crust of continents, in secret bunkers carved from bedrock and shielded from prying eyes, Earth's greatest minds had labored for decades. They called it the Sentinel Program, a network of orbital shields, defensive fleets, and weapons that no alien intelligence had believed possible. Humanity's wrath had been lying dormant, quiet, and patient, until now. The first missiles struck the cities of what had been called major metropolises, tearing apart concrete and steel in blinding flashes of light. Yet the orbital shield, a lattice of energy beams hidden in plain sight, shimmered into existence just in time. The missiles didn't completely annihilate the planet. They detonated with destructive force, yes, but the shield absorbed and dispersed most of the energy. Cities smoldered, yes, but humanity survived. That survival, fragile as it seemed, ignited something far more dangerous than fear, the desire for retribution. Across the world, governments and military coalitions, long fractured by politics and pride, now acted as one. Command centers flickered to life with a single shared purpose: survival, vengeance, and a lesson that would echo through the stars. The leader of the Global Council, General Sienna Voss, addressed the world in a broadcast that cut through static and fear alike. "We have been betrayed. They believed we would kneel. They believed mercy would be our response. They were wrong. Humanity does not kneel. Humanity fights." From secret orbital facilities, humanity's first response launched. Not timid, not hesitant, but precise and overwhelming. Stealth drones, no larger than birds, darted through space to intercept any remaining alien ordnance. Plasma turrets, on orbital platforms, blazed to life, targeting alien vessels with a deadly accuracy that defied expectation. The alien fleets, confident in their supremacy, had assumed Earth would crumble. Instead, they were confronted by an organized resistance that was lethal, calculated, and terrifyingly effective. The humans did not wait. They had prepared not just for defense, but for offense. Relativistic projectiles, weapons accelerated to near-light speeds, were deployed from hidden launch stations across Earth's surface and orbit. These projectiles struck alien vessels with the force of small moons colliding, ripping holes through hulls, and scattering fleets in confusion. Quantum torpedoes, designed to destabilize matter itself, turned enemy armadas into clouds of molten metal before they could regroup. Humanity's revenge was not random. It was methodical, an echo of the betrayal that had shattered their world. The alien commanders quickly realized their miscalculation. Earth, a planet they had dismissed as primitive and weak, was no longer simply defending itself. Humans were striking back with ingenuity, strategy, and fury. Every attack the aliens attempted was met with a calculated counterattack. Their fleets, once vast and confident, became fragmented. Panic spread like wildfire through their ranks. Orders were ignored, systems failed, communications broke down, as the humans pushed forward with relentless precision. Meanwhile, on the surface, survivors watched the skies transform. Children peered from shattered windows, wide-eyed, as alien ships exploded in brilliant showers of sparks and fire. Families huddled together, realizing that the humans they had considered fragile were now masters of vengeance. Across continents, the same story played out. Humanity had been pushed to the brink and had responded with a unity and ferocity no one could have imagined. The pinnacle of humanity's response was a weapon known as the Oblivion Array, an interconnected network of orbital dreadnoughts and planetary defenses capable of rendering entire fleets obsolete. When activated, beams of concentrated energy tore through alien capital ships, disintegrating them in seconds. Alien worlds that had dared to participate in the attack were targeted next, their shields failing one by one. From the first strike, humanity had learned and adapted. They were not reacting blindly. They were hunting, calculating, and destroying with purpose. As the alien forces faltered, a single unified human voice broadcast across the galactic spectrum. You believed Earth would yield to terror. You believed mercy would be our shield. You were wrong. Humanity survives, and we will not rest until the threat you posed is extinguished. Consider this the ashes of your arrogance. The message, stern and unyielding, reached every corner of the galaxy. Those who had assumed humanity could be controlled or destroyed were forced to reckon with the truth. Earth was not a planet to be trifled with. By the end of the first cycle of combat, 10 alien missiles had triggered the apocalypse that humanity had been secretly preparing for. But instead of annihilation, they had unleashed a force the galaxy had never anticipated. For every city scarred by fire, 10 alien settlements had been neutralized. For every ship that crossed Earth's orbit, 10 alien vessels had been reduced to smoldering wreckage. Humanity had learned that survival was not enough. It required domination, strategy, and a wrath that left nothing to chance. The aftermath left the galaxy stunned. Human fleets withdrew, leaving only warning signs in the void. Empty worlds, shattered fleets, and a planet that had not only survived but thrived under siege. On Earth, people emerged from their shelters into cities that were scarred but alive. Humanity had endured fire, betrayal, and destruction, but it had endured with strength, with unity, and with a resolve that no alien intelligence could ever underestimate again. In the quiet that followed, General Voss addressed her people once more. "We have faced betrayal, we have faced death, and we have faced fire from beyond the stars. We survived, and we have shown the galaxy what it means to cross humanity. Remember this day. Remember the wrath that arose when our mercy was tested and broken. We are survivors, and we are unyielding." The skies cleared slowly, revealing a world forever changed. Humanity had looked into the abyss, and instead of surrendering, they had unleashed their final devastating response. The aliens had learned a lesson they would never forget. Mercy is not weakness, but its betrayal invites wrath. And humanity, united and unbroken, had become a force the galaxy would never dare challenge again. The morning sky was shattered by streaks of fire. 10 alien missiles, each a harbinger of annihilation, screamed toward Earth with deadly precision. Across the planet, billions watched in terror as the instruments of war approached. Cities trembled beneath the approaching doom. Streets emptied as people sought shelter from the explosions that were certain to follow. In those moments, humanity tasted fear, the primal, paralyzing fear of extinction. Yet even as the missiles streaked through the clouds, humanity's defenses awakened. Centuries of preparation, hidden beneath the veneer of everyday life, surged into action. The orbital defense network, long whispered about in secretive corridors of power, shimmered into existence. Satellites and laser turrets pivoted into position. Stealth interceptors launched, darting through space faster than the eye could follow. Each missile was a challenge, and Earth was ready to answer. In the command center beneath New Tokyo, Admiral Cale Riven stood at the helm of the global fleet, his expression calm amid the chaos. Holographic displays flickered with data streams tracking the missiles and the alien fleets beyond. His voice, steady and commanding, cut through the comms. "Do not flinch. Humanity will not fall today. We were built for this. Execute Protocol Firestorm. All units, engage!" The first missiles detonated, and the world held its collective breath. The explosions tore the skyline apart, yet most of the missiles had been intercepted or diverted. The orbital shields absorbed their force, minimizing the devastation. Humanity's survival was uncertain, yet it was enough. Enough to ignite the fury that had been lying dormant for decades. The alien commanders, watching from the void, believed their victory was near. They had underestimated Earth, dismissed humanity as primitive and weak. Their arrogance would be their downfall. Humanity's fleets, long hidden in orbital docks and deep space outposts, now emerged with unparalleled precision. Stealth vessels, dreadnoughts, and advanced fighter squadrons converged on the alien armadas, moving as a single cohesive force. Every maneuver, every strike, had been calculated for maximum impact. From the deserts of Africa to the frozen plains of Siberia, humanity's ground-based weapons joined the offensive. Railguns, plasma turrets, and kinetic cannons fired relentlessly, striking alien supply convoys and orbital relay stations. Every lost city on Earth was a spark of vengeance, every damaged neighborhood a reminder of what was at stake. Humanity was not merely defending itself, they were hunting. The alien fleets faltered. Confusion spread through their ranks as human. Drones infiltrated their ships, disabling propulsion and communication systems. Automated AI commanders coordinated devastating counterattacks, predicting enemy movements with an accuracy that no alien could match. Ships that had once loomed like mountains now drifted helplessly, stripped of power, and plummeting toward planetary surfaces or the void. Admiral Riven's voice resonated across all channels. "We are not here to negotiate. We are here to survive, and we are here to end this threat. Fire for fire, strike for strike. Humanity will not kneel." The human counteroffensive escalated. Relativistic weapons, accelerated to near-light speeds, tore through alien capitals. Quantum destabilizers ripped through enemy defenses, reducing entire fleets to clouds of molten metal. Alien warships that had once laughed at Earth's primitive defenses now exploded in brilliant, deadly bursts. The humans had taken the first strike meant to break them and turned it into a lesson the galaxy would never forget. On Earth, civilians watched the skies light up with destruction. Families huddled together, eyes wide, hearts pounding. But fear was tempered with awe. Humanity had survived the onslaught, and in that survival had found a strength that no alien force could have imagined. Children saw courage in every explosion, every tactical maneuver, every heroic act of those defending their world. Humanity was no longer a species to pity, it was a species to fear. The peak of humanity's wrath arrived with the deployment of the Eclipse Array, a network of orbital dreadnoughts armed with energy projectors capable of vaporizing fleets in seconds. Every alien vessel that had dared fire upon Earth felt the full force of human ingenuity and determination. Whole armadas vanished as if they had never existed, leaving nothing behind but debris and the echoes of human fury. Amid the chaos, the alien leadership sent desperate messages of surrender. But it was too late. Humanity had already learned the lessons of betrayal and hubris. Their response was precise, calculated, and devastating. Alien fleets that had thought themselves invincible now fled in disarray, seeking safety in the void. No corner of the galaxy would be safe from the message humanity was sending: do not provoke Earth. By nightfall, the 10 missiles that had sparked the conflict had become symbols of alien arrogance and miscalculation. For every strike the aliens had aimed at humanity, 10 alien worlds had felt the consequences. Earth, scarred and battered, remained standing, a testament to resilience and relentless resolve. Humanity had not only survived, they had risen, unified and unyielding, as a force that no one could ignore. General Cale Riven addressed the global population via secure channels. We faced annihilation. We faced betrayal. We faced fire from the stars themselves. And yet, here we are, alive. Today, we have shown the galaxy what it means to challenge Earth. Humanity survives, and humanity will never again be underestimated. As the debris settled and the remnants of alien fleets scattered into the void, humans emerged from shelters and command bunkers. Cities smoldered, yet the streets were filled with survivors who had witnessed the birth of a new era, an era where Earth no longer bowed to threats, where humanity had transformed from prey into predator. Across continents, people looked to the night sky with a mix of pride, defiance, and warning. The Earth they had fought for would remain free, and any who dared strike again would face the same fire that now raged among the stars. The final lesson was clear. Humanity had been tested, humanity had been betrayed, and humanity had responded with fire for fire. The galaxy had seen the fury of a planet united, a species that would not kneel, and a vengeance that was unstoppable. Earth had endured, and in doing so had claimed its place among the stars, not as a victim, but as a reckoning. The stars burned quietly above, silent witnesses to a species awakened. Humanity had survived, humanity had struck back, and humanity had shown the universe a truth that would echo forever. When provoked, when betrayed, and when cornered, humans unleash a wrath that no one, not alien nor star, could ever contain.